Hello. Today what I want to do is share the contents of the 2022 Apocabox. Very cool items in there, and I'm very excited about sharing it. So in every Apocabox there is a pamphlet telling the month and the year, as well as the item list and the description of each item. So I'm just going to be going through this, reading what he has, because a little bit of the background on each item, you can see why he added it to the Apocabox. So first off is the Kalahari bush axe. Now, I believe this has the potential to become one of the coolest skills projects I've ever put into an Apocabox. I have long been infatuated with the Kalahari bush axe that is popular in many parts of Africa. It is the ultimate survival multi-tool. Part knife, axe, scraper, splitting wedge, adze, hoe, and club. This tool has more uses in the bush than I could ever describe on this sheet. On the back page, you can see here, the challenge of the month is to fashion a handle for this Kalahari bush axe head. Now this is the sheath here. I've got it so I can just slide it out like this, and then when I want to use it, and then I can slide it back in, covering that edge. So this is the handle that I made for it. As you see, it's tapered, but this one I can see that it leans more off that way, so I put it in like this, but it's wider on that side, the opening, than this. Now I use my saw plus a drill to seat this in here, but you could do the old method, heating the tang and press fitting it and just burning its way through so you have a perfect fit. That was done as well. Put it in a fire till it's red hot and then push it in and just keep burning your way through. This was a lot easier. This works rather decent. Very excited about this piece of gear in this kit. Next is this right here. Now this is a solar sphere, and it has a leather little plug here that I'm probably going to discard. You can see how I've got that crisscrossed in here to hold in the contents. So I take this out, and what's in here is a little piece of charred rope and a clear marble. So let's read what he has here. I actually started to fire with this yesterday. It's been raining all morning. I'm not getting a fire out here. There's no sun, so that's not happening today, but it works. I had a piece of that charred rope. I had that started within a few seconds, so it works very well. Let's read what he has. So if you see me swatting, that's because the mosquitoes are hungry right after a storm, and I have no insect repellent on, so they're getting dinner. So what this says, years ago I was filming an urban survival television segment. The producer of the segment tossed me a used spray can from a graffiti scene and asked, "How can you use this to survive?" Thinking he had me stumped, I quickly cut open the can with my knife and pulled out the small clear glass marble that rattles around when you shake it. I then held the marble between the sun and some dry tinder, and I had a fire blazing within just a few minutes. He and the film crew were blown away. With this solar sphere kit, you can focus the sun rays on the included char rope tinder to create an ember that you can use to blow a tinder bundle into flame. So, very cool. I like the wooden case that it came in. It's very unique for sure, and a lot of thought goes into each one of these. The woodwork alone, you know, this is a rather inexpensive subscription box for the workmanship, in my opinion. Next is the Warrior Ice Pack. I've long said that first aid is the most underrated survival category. This instant cold pack is a great addition to your bug out first aid kit. The Warrior Ice Pack is an ultra-light and durable instant cold pack designed and used by the United States military. It is a perfect addition to any first aid kit to mitigate a variety of injuries and illnesses. That's that right there. What it says here, for single use only, open and add water to the line provided, close and zip seal. Shake gently, handle with care once activated, apply to area of need. So very cool, a cold ice pack that weighs basically nothing. I get the most out of these kits when I read this. This here's a camp grill to me. Cool, I can always use another camp grill. But, read what he has to say. It makes it more special for me, for sure. Look at this picture of that grill right there. Now check this out. This particular item comes with some serious sentimental value. This pocket cooking grate is a modern take on one designed and made by my grandpa before I was born. My grandpa and I would go fishing for bluegill in a nearby creek when I was a boy. Afterwards, he would build a small fire on the shore and place his homemade pocket cooking grate across two rocks and over the coals. Moments later, we would feast on the best grilled bluegill you've ever tasted. The included grate is a near exact replica of the one he made. The stainless steel griller is perfect for hot dogs, teacups, or whatever else you want to cook up over an open fire. It's easy to clean and will last forever. So I can almost see Creek as a boy and his grandpa. Don't know what they look like, but I can see a boy and his grandpa down there fishing, catching some bluegill, and then cooking them up. That is very cool. I think that him adding these little stories makes this more sentimental to myself, knowing that this was something that he thinks about his grandpa whenever he uses. So I'm sure I'll be thinking about Creek and his grandpa when I use it. It's called the Bluegill Griller. The next item is the Apocalava, named after the Battle of Balaclava during the, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, the Crimean War of 1854. The Balaclava is an irreplaceable piece of cold weather headgear. In my opinion, most commercial available balaclavas are too thick to be practical in most conditions. They're just too hot. However, a lightweight version is much different story. It is one of the most multifunctional garments you'll ever own, and it's small enough to pack into a plastic Easter egg. It is worn as a ski mask, a necker, open face mask, beanie hat, headband, and more. Let's try some of those out. So I've got it set up here as a necker. Okay, we'll take that off. Now it's a mask or open face mask. Now make it into a, what is it here? A beanie hat and a headband. So kind of works. Yep, that works. Now a headband, there you go. I've always used them just as a mask, but I learned some new multi-use for the balaclava. Next is the Apocabox camp knife. Inspired by some of my favorite Scandinavian knife designs, this Apocabox camp knife has both form and function. The rubberized grip creates a solid feel in the hand, while the sharp blade easily slices through wood, animal hides, rope, or anything else that comes between you and your survival priorities. So I'm going to grab a piece of wood and just see how that carves. I'm sure it carves very well. Just broke this dead branch off. Yeah, it carved as well as I thought. Like he said, as well as the other Scandinavian design knives that I've used. Nice little camp knife for sure. Lastly, when an Apocabox member, thanks to Brian, tipped me off to this ingenious backpack, I knew I had to have one custom made just for Apocabox members. Designed after a pack known as the Russian, again, not sure of the pronunciation, Veshmeshok. This pack is a simple canvas utility day pack. The top is closed shut with a twist and a turn of the shoulder straps and is a really cool feature of the pack. It can be a little tricky to figure out at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll appreciate the ingenious design of this feature. In fact, I've filmed a short tutorial video to teach you exactly how to do it. Be sure to watch it here. So, here's the pack right here. And it has a front pocket here, but it has, there's your pack, there's your top. And this is your strap. Now, in the video, he did not show exactly how to do it. He kind of showed the knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gather that in from the top. I'm going to bring this up like this. I'm going to fold it over and bring the straps through. Okay? Now I can wrap that around like this and pull tight. Put it in the middle, pull it tight, and now I have the backpack all ready to walk out. Now, one thing that you do have to adjust and such is one's a little longer than the other right now. Just a little bit, but I could adjust that if I wanted to. But very ingenious design, as he mentioned, and a cool pack for sure. I carried in all the contents plus my camera gear in this pack. Now this should last a long time as long as it's used properly. I'm not going to put 30 pounds of rocks in this. You notice also this is stitched on here, so when the straps come up, they're actually wrapped around your pack. So that's going to take some of the stress off of these stitching here. Very cool. So that is the Apocabox contents this month. I really like this backpack. I like the Kalahari bush axe, and really like that sphere as well. Sphere. Yeah, I really like that. It did start a fire quickly. I was hoping to share that with you, but you've seen me make a magnifying fire many times. So, thanks for watching. Take care. All the best.